created instability on us, and unfortunately in the last minute it ended with a mistake from us that gave then an action from our goalkeeper that made a penalty. Obviously, I think we created enough to have a different result in the end of the first half, and then at the half time we needed to make some corrections, looking for exactly what we had to do, try to bring energy from the players on the bench. I think we were able to bring that energy, and we had again chances to score. I think it's clear we had a couple of chances to score. Even before the 2-0 we had situations to score. These kind of matches are very tricky because the level of the opponent is very high. It's high quality players in the front in this team of Al Hilal. High quality, very physical, very quick, very strong on contact, and our defenders had to struggle to play against them. So when you don't score your goals in the right moment, you can make suffer and have some bad moments, and indeed that loss of the ball in the middle allowed Al Hilal to score the second goal. Anyway, new players in, new energy. I think the team reacted very good collectively. We scored, and we have only to regret the goals we didn't score. I think these two games with Al Hilal, and I had the chance to speak with the coach of Al Hilal, and the story is very simple. It's the goals that we didn't score in both game matches that in the end penalize us, obviously. And you cannot allow yourself to be two times, both in Pretoria and here, losing. There by 1-0, here even losing by 2-0, you cannot allow yourself that. Because you didn't produce not convert your opportunities in goals and take the lead on the game. Of course, there you put the game much more the way that Al Hilal likes to play, exposing ourselves in order to put numbers in the front and try to go for the goals that we needed, and obviously giving more spaces. And the last 15 minutes is obviously an open game, side and side. Everybody trying to score. We had to risk, and that's it. Unfortunately, we didn't do, and we have to take responsibility on the result, of course.
Photographers, your opportunity to take pictures is over unless you don't have the kick sound. We take questions from the floor. Your name, your media house. Yes, please.
Yes, good evening, coach. I'm Landed Razi from Mamerodi.com. And the match of today was too tough, and I would like to ask you the possible solution you are going to take as quick as possible, and what were the key factors made your team defeat? Thank you.
I think to your second comment, I think I already answered regarding. I think we lost because we didn't convert our chances. It's clear. We had more than enough. If we exclude the last 15 minutes of the match where Al Hilal had several counterattacks because we had to risk, we had to expose ourselves. I think the game is the story of the game is obviously the opportunities that we didn't score. Al Hilal knows very well how to expose ourselves. They knew very well after taking the lead that dropping numbers and defending, and then using their quick players that they have both left and right and in the front, that they could arrive in our box. But basically, yeah, the chances that we had, that were so many. I remember 3 in the first half and 3-4 in the second half, and you have to convert so that you can at least make a draw and then make the game a little bit more tactical and more balanced. And basically,
Any more questions?
How do you plan to lift your players' mentality moving ahead in the next future?
thank you very much for your question. I remember last year we were in, unfortunately, in a similar situation after the fourth match. We lost that match in Raja, the fourth match of the feature, and then we had a difficult match away that we played in Maniema in Congo. This time it's also a tough match to play in Congo against Lupopo, and that's what the team has to. Big teams have to look ahead. But before that match, we still have a cup match on Tuesday. Unfortunately, we played 3 days ago. that was also clear in a certain moment in the match that the team was much more tired than Al Hilal that just played against us. Despite we changed a few players in the team compared to the previous match, it was clear that we were tired. It was not, despite it looks quite close, we had to make a trip where we had a stop. It was almost one day traveling, and it was clear in a certain moment that the team was a little bit tired, and you feel that by the number of mistakes that you do. But now is really time to go back home, see who can play the next match on Wednesday, not Tuesday, on Wednesday in the best conditions possible. It's a cup match that for us is obviously very important, and then after that we start thinking about the group focus matches.
From Sudanese Nagina. You are now playing outside Sudan and you continue achieving victories. What does this mean to you and for the team?
Yeah, we need to go to Congo where we're gonna play, and obviously play to win. It's an important match. We need to collect points. We cannot obviously risk nothing more than having the proper attitude in order to face that fixture. Then in Congo, it will be a tough match, but tough moments for tough people, and we need to raise that attitude, get the proper energy, stay together, and look forward. I think the lesson from these last two games is unfortunately the number of goals that we could not score, and the easy goals that we suffered. And when you suffer such easy goals, you cannot suffer in two matches, four goals. It's not normal. So that's also an analysis that we need to do, of course, in how to avoid this kind of exposure. Because when you suffer two goals in a Champions League match, very difficult. You're gonna win the match. Maximum you can draw, and even to draw is sometimes very difficult.
My name is Regan. I work for Rwanda Broadcasting Agency. I want to know, Coach, I think you miss your goalkeeper, Loni. How is his situation? Is he going to be available for the upcoming fixtures? Thank you.
Well, that is a good question for our medical department. In the moment, I cannot tell you when he'll be available. It's not a long-term injury, but I think it's me, myself, in my mindset, I just worry about the ones that are present. I don't regret the ones that are not. I cannot think the game like that. In the previous match we played for our championship, Dennis had a fantastic save that gave us the opportunity to fight until the end and to win that match. I don't usually analyze the games in that way, because before the ball enters in the goal and any action from the goalkeeper, there are several actions from other players that lead to that moment that is a decisive moment. It's like when a team loses, there's no individual responsibility, and it's not always also only the coach that is responsible. That's a multiple responsibility that myself, as the leader of the group, I have to take it, of course. I'm the leader, but it's an analysis that we need to take deep, so that we see what we did as mistakes and how we could have, obviously, most of all, be able to avoid the situations that we had, but mostly to convert our goals, because I repeat, the story of these two matches is the goals that we didn't score in the proper moment. And I remember the ball on the post from Tashrik in the first half. There's one from Brian in the beginning of second ball. There's a cross and a heading that takes the shoulder. He's not able to touch on inside the goal. So many situations that we had that could have given us even the energy to go for the third goal if we had scored, because the team would react and the opponent would feel our power and our capacity. But unfortunately, in these two matches, we were always below. We gave always the initiative in terms of result for the opponent, and we had to go fight against that. And that gives Al Hilal the comfort to play the way they want. Dropping numbers, they're very aggressive and compact and very physical. You know, it's a very physical team. And you expose yourself, because you need to risk more in the front, and you give some opportunities to the opponent to make some counterattacks, and what demands a lot from our defenders, of course, that have to make long runs and breaks the game, and it's not exactly the way we are used to play and the way you should play. And mostly it's not the way that we can handle in the right way, because even physically it's an effort that we are not used to do.
Coach, Socrates
something. There are a lot of when a team loses, there's a lot of fans that ask the coaches to go back. I will not repeat or say, but there are also places when they lose, they call for my name. So it's good that people leave good memories in the clubs, and we should not regret or not respect the past, but also we should respect the present. And I already spoke in the press conference before this match about that. It's not a subject to speak much more. Thank you, and sorry.
Any more questions? Coach, lastly from here, where does this leave your campaign in the CAF Champions League?
Sorry?
Where does today's result leave your campaign?
Look, as I said last year, when I arrived in the club, we were in a difficult situation. We played the first match home. We won, then we went away and we lost. And after the fourth match, we had 5 points, exactly like now. Obviously, there's still a match to play on this feature. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. But for sure, it's tight. It's clearly tight. 5 points is not enough for nothing. So we need to think that next game is a very, very important. Probably still not decisive, depending on the result. But for sure, a very important one. So that then in the end, because I believe that with this result, probably this group stage for us will be decided in the last match. And obviously collecting points or 3 points in the following one will allow us eventually